I don't think most people fail on YouTube because they're bad at it. I really don't. I think they fail because they stop. And I know that sounds a bit obvious, almost too simple, but the more I've been around this space, the more I've realised that that is pretty much it. It's not really thumbnails, not the algorithm, not even their content half the time. They just don't stick around long enough to actually win. You see, when you start a YouTube channel, there's this weird expectation. You kind of think, if I do this right, something should happen fairly quickly. Not instantly, but something, some traction, some sign that it's working. And when that doesn't happen, that's where things get difficult for people mentally. I remember posting videos and checking the views after a few hours. 10 views, maybe 20 if I was lucky. And you try to be logical about it. You tell yourself, it's fine, it'll take some time. But at the same time, there's this quiet voice in your head going, is this actually going to go anywhere? And that voice gets louder the longer nothing happens. So let me ask you something. How many videos have you posted so far? 10, 20, maybe even 50? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. That might still be the beginning for you. You see, a lot of growth on YouTube happens later than people expect. Way later. And that's where most people drop off. Not because they can't do it, but because they assume it's not working. There were points where I genuinely thought myself, maybe this just isn't it for me. Even when I was doing everything right, posting consistently, trying to improve, learning, and still nothing really moving. And that's the dangerous phase because it doesn't feel like failure, it feels like confusion. There's this period every creator goes through where you're putting in effort but not seeing the results, and it feels like you're stuck, like you're doing something wrong. But a lot of the time, you're really not, you're just too early with your expectations. There's a reason why most people quit here, and it's because it's uncomfortable. There's no feedback, no validation, no real signal that anything's happening. And humans don't like that. We want progress, we want confirmation, we want something to hold on to. You see, if you only continue when you see results, you won't make it far enough to get them. And that is the loop that we need to get out of. See, the people that actually grow, they're not always the most talented, or the most creative, or the most naturally good on camera. They're just the ones who kept going, long enough for things to click. So the thing that changed it for me, at some point I just stopped expecting results. Not completely, but enough that it didn't control me. Instead of thinking, when is this going to work? I started thinking, how can I just make this video better than the last one? And weirdly, that made it easier to keep going. So the momentum that nobody sees, and this is important. Even when your views aren't increasing, you are improving. Your speaking gets better, your editing gets cleaner, your ideas are sharper. But because the views aren't there yet, it feels to you like nothing is happening. But you're doing invisible work. Most of the growth happens before the results show up, and that is frustrating because you can't see it, you can't measure it properly, but it is there. Every video is building towards something. And then eventually, something will click. A video will perform better, people will start watching more, and it feels sudden, but it's not. It's the result of everything that you've done before. And I think this bit is hard to accept. You don't know which video will work or when, and that's kind of the uncomfortable part because it means you have to keep going without guarantees. So instead of thinking this isn't working, try this hasn't worked yet. It's a small difference, but it has a big impact on your psychology. So this is why never giving up actually matters. I know that it sounds cliche, I know. But on YouTube, it's genuinely one of the biggest advantages you can have because most people will quit early. So just staying in the game, it already puts you ahead of like 90% of creators. So this is the reality that most people don't want to hear. There's no shortcut for time. You can speed up learning, you can improve faster, but you still need the reps. You still need that experience, and you still need that volume, that repetition that gets you going where you need to be. So this is what I tell myself now. When something doesn't perform, I don't panic as much. I just think, all right, on to the next one. Not in a careless way, but in a grounded way, because that's the only thing that's actually moving you forward. Keep creating. Some days it's easy, you're motivated, you've got ideas. Other days you don't really feel like doing it. And those days matter more than you think because that's where consistency is really built. You don't have to go all out all the time. You don't have to burn yourself out into oblivion. You just need to keep moving, even if it's slower than you'd like. Make sure you keep putting one foot in front of the other. If you post one video a week, that's 52 videos a year. Most people don't get there, they stop at 10 or 20 or 30. So just reaching that point already separates you from 90% of people, like I said. So if there's one thing that I've realized about YouTube, it's this. It rewards people who stick around, not just people who start strong, not just people who get lucky early, but people who keep showing up, even when it's quiet, even when it's slow, even when it feels like nothing is happening. So if you want to understand what you should actually be doing while you're in that slow phase to speed things up, then that's exactly what I broke down in this video here. Because not giving up is step one, but knowing how to keep improving while you're going, that's what turns time into real growth.